The recent ministerial list submitted by Tinubu to the Senate is a trap that will probably hold Nigeria to ransom. During the reign of Muhammadu Buhari as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he made various ministerial appointments which affected Nigeria in so many ways. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not learn from the mistakes of Buhari and is trying to replicate effortlessly all of the errors and mistakes Buhari did during his administration. Take for instance the Minister of Education in the person of Malam Adamu. Malam Adamu admitted in one of his interviews stating clearly that Buhari appointed him as the Minister of Education without him having any experience or prior knowledge about the Ministry of Education in Nigeria, but Buhari made him the Minister of Education in the country. And we all know how this appointment affected the educational sector in Nigeria. Students in Nigeria experienced one of the longest strikes in the country, and the government did little or nothing to intervene and to rectify things. And right now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress is trying to replicate such mistakes in a larger scale. He wants to replicate all of the errors and mistakes of the previous administration in a gigantic format. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through his ministerial appointment, knowingly and unknowingly, will trap down the growth and development of Nigeria if care is not taken. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to repay all of his debts. People who supported him in his quest to become the president of Nigeria are being rewarded with various political positions in the country. Take for instance El-Rufai and Nyesom Wike. These politicians were listed for various ministerial positions in the country. Politicians who should be in jail for various crimes they've committed are now being blessed with various ministerial positions in the country. In a sane country, people like El-Rufai should be behind bars and not allowed into the political arena of the country. El-Rufai, who publicly disobeyed a sitting president. El-Rufai is the governor of Kaduna State. Kaduna State experienced various forms of insecurities, particularly in the southern part of Kaduna. But anyway, this is Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria where a failed politician or a known criminal will be allowed to contest or hold any political appointment in the country. And that is why Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar are both trying to reclaim their mandate from the court of law. Because if a president is brought into power from back doors and various forms of irregularities, it will adversely affect the country as a whole. Bola Tinubu is only paying off the debts he owes to these politicians. People who supported him during his presidential race are being rewarded with political positions in the detriment of the growth and development of the country. Most of these politicians see politics as a career. They want to keep growing and getting more political positions, regardless if these politicians are effective or well suited for the job. We also have Nyesom Wike in the ministerial list submitted by Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the Senate. The same Nyesom Wike who was heavily accused for rigging Rivers State elections to suit a particular presidential candidate in the country. The same Nyesom Wike who sold out his political party, which is the People's Democratic Party. Nyesom Wike became a nuisance in his political party after failing to secure the presidential ticket. This man turned around to witch hunt his political party. He became a nuisance in the political scene in the country. And this is the kind of politician that Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants in his cabinet. He wants a nuisance to head a ministry in the country. Even if Nyesom Wike is appointed as the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, which will probably be his ministry, what good does he have to offer to the people of Nigeria? Anyway, only time will tell. So Nyesom Wike sold out Peter Obi so as to acquire a ministry in the country. This only shows the kind of politicians we have in the country. These guys only care about themselves and their family members. They don't care if the country's economy is going down. They don't care if Nigerians are experiencing a lot of insecurities. These guys just want to bring food to their own table. They want to feed their family members and be successful in the detriment of the Nigerian populace. Bola Tinubu is practically trying to paralyze the country before our very eyes. He's practically trying to place people who are loyal to him, those politicians who are very loyal to him, get political appointments. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu will fix these guys in strategic positions. Take for instance Godswill Akpabio, the current Senate President of Nigeria. Usually, Senate Presidents should be independent, but the current Senate President of Nigeria in the person of Godswill Akpabio has publicly shown that he is very loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu is trying to trap the Nigerian populace. He's trying to trap the layman in the country because he has placed his friends and also his associates in various technical positions in the country. And these guys are always loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which simply means that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will control the affairs of the country without any form of opposition or resistance from those within. A very interesting name that made it to the ministerial listing is Uju Kennedy. If you can remember vividly, Mrs. Uju Kennedy stepped down for Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the All Progressive Congress primaries. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to show appreciation to Mrs. Uju Kennedy because she stepped down and pledged her allegiance to Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the All Progressive Congress primaries. She also supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu through the campaigns, and now she has secured a ministry in the country by simply stepping down for Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the All Progressive Congress primaries. Things will get very interesting as soon as Peter Obi reclaims his mandate from the court of law. All of these appointments, all of these ministers will vacate their seats together with the person who appointed them. And that is why the good people of Nigeria and the obedient want Peter Obi of the Labour Party to reclaim his rightful mandate from the court of law, so as to escape this trap that the current and the present administration are about to set up for the good people of Nigeria. Dave Umahi, the former governor of Ebonyi State and a current senator, also made it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ministerial list. Dave Umahi, who campaigned heavily for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will have to resign as a sitting senator to become a minister. Tinubu wants to place his loyal servants in various political positions, and politicians who did not support his race and his quest to the seat of presidency will be kicked out. And this is how the Nigerian political system works. It doesn't work in favor of anyone. It works in favor of those who are loyal and support a particular person, regardless if this particular politician will be effective or not. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu also made a calling that Peter Obi of the Labour Party has been against for a very, very long time. Just in case you don't know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to create new ministries in the country, and this will only create a spike in the cost of governance in the country. Peter Obi has always been a strong advocate. He has always talked about cutting down the cost of administration in the country to cut down the cost of governance. And Tinubu here is doing the direct opposite. Tinubu is creating new ministries in the country. Bola Tinubu plans to create new ministries from the existing ones. He's trying to create new positions so as to repay back his debts, all of the debts he owes his friends, his supporters, and those who paved the way for him to become the president. He's trying to create new offices for them. And we all know that Peter Obi of the Labour Party hates unnecessary expenses in the country. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu is creating new positions, new ministries, and political seats in the country. Let's see how all of these things will play out. Anyway, Asari Dokubo, a very close friend to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has become a problem in the country. If you want to see the deeds and actions and also the strategies of Asari Dokubo, click on the video showing right here on your screen. Click on this video and I'll see you there.